Hello, welcome to my channel. We're just going to get another general message from Spirit and see what comes out today. Thank you everyone who subscribed to my channel, liked and commented on the videos. I appreciate you guys so much. Welcome to everybody who is new. If the video resonates with you, I'd love if you would subscribe as well. Please remember these are collective readings and not everything will resonate with you necessarily, but that's okay. Just take what does and leave the rest behind. Also, there is no gender, so you can change the roles as you need to. I just read what's on the card so it doesn't get confusing. The Tower, the Fool, the Hangman, Nine of Wands, Five of Pentacles, the Devil, King of Wands, Five of Cups, 55, the Emperor, Seven of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups. So this Emperor, they're in a fierce energy. I feel like this Tower and the Fool, I feel like that is like a complete, like, I'm seeing that meme where someone's like flipping the table in a fight, where it's just like a total, like, I don't feel like they're in a fight, but I feel like they're like just fiercely making decisions and like maybe even acting a little bit impulsively, but it's like a clearing out. It's like getting rid of things that are in their way, not letting anything stop them from what they want to do. It's just like a fierce energy of like pummeling through any obstacle. With the Fool, I feel like they're just like like releasing all their worries and just like not looking back. With the Hangman and the Nine of Wands, I feel like that's an energy and all of this too. So the Hangman, the Nine of Wands, Five of Pentacles, the Devil, Five of Cups, I feel like that, and the Seven of Swords, I feel like that is an energy that they've been stuck in for quite a while. So with the Nine of Wands, that's kind of like that wounded warrior, you know, all of those trials and tribulations kind of like taking their toll on you. With the Five of Pentacles, that can feel like being left out in the cold or being rejected or disappointed or, you know, just like heartache energy as well. With the Five of Cups, it's like being left behind. I feel like it's an energy of people related to people in their life. Like this is like the Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Devil is giving me like friendships or like, any relationship that was not reciprocal, anybody that they were pouring into that wasn't pouring into them, that had an ulterior motive, right? So wanted something from them, wasn't genuine, but this person was being genuine and giving, like over giving to like tend to the relationship. Just an energy of like being around people that you don't resonate with, even though you've been friends for a really long time. So there was like that energy of feeling like you couldn't just walk away for no reason. But I feel like they're in this flip the table kind of energy where it's like, I don't care how long I've known you. I've been in this energy for way too long. I'm going to go after my happiness. I don't care if anybody has anything to say about it. I'm choosing me. Get out of here. You know, this King of Wands energy is giving me like fierce warrior spirit. Like this is where I'm getting that like flip the table energy. It's like, get out of here. If you're not in line with what I want to do, and if you're not happy for me for what I want to be going towards, then you are not invited. You know, there's this really, really fierce energy of almost this person like telling people off, like people that they don't want coming with them on their next phase in their life. Because what they want is to chase their dreams with the person that they love. They want this energy here with the Ace of Cups and Ten of Cups. They want to be with their soulmate. They want to be with the person that they can settle down with, and have a beautiful future with. Ooh, their energy is intense. Can I get more on this Emperor? Justice. Yeah, dude, this person is an intense energy. Like I keep getting that flipping the table energy, just like on repeat. So I feel like they're pummeling through lots of different aspects in their life that was holding them back, whether it be like family or friends or a job or circumstances. I don't know, just like anything. It feels like anything that they feel is like in their way. I feel like they're flipping the table and moving it. Oh my gosh, that's too many. Okay, can I get what's Justice? Strength and the Eight of Wands. Page of Swords, Six of Cups, Two of Cups. So what I'm getting from this is actually them thinking about you. I feel like they're in this Page of Swords energy, and the Six of Cups, I feel like that's a reflective energy, and like them reflecting on like how you've been towards them for such a long time, right? I feel like there's a disconnect. I don't feel like you guys are in a relationship. I don't feel like you guys I don't even feel like you talk like on a daily basis. I feel like it's an energy of just like energetically putting out your love for this person, energetically like sending them encouragement, because I feel like there is a separation. I feel like it's an energy of like you knowing this person had a lot to go through, had a lot to heal from, you giving them space to do that. But see how they're in front of the computer? I feel like that's the energy of like what you would do. So maybe you post on social media, or maybe you have a blog or a website or some kind of platform where they have access to, that gave them encouragement, but it's like in an energetic way. So I feel like it was not necessarily directed to them, but you know that you were sending it to them and they could feel it because you guys are energetically connected. So with this Page of Swords, Six of Cups, I feel like it's a very grateful energy. I feel like they got a lot of strength from what you were doing. I feel like I don't feel like they ever told you thank you or like let you know how much your efforts meant to them. But I feel like it meant a lot. I feel like it was very comforting and special that they knew you were trying to support them without expecting anything in return. You know what I mean? Because it was an energetic thing. I feel like you were sending them this love, you were sending them this positive energy, you were sending them encouragement in whatever way. But you weren't like showing up at their door like, hey, let me help you. You know what I mean? It was energetic. So it was very like soft and free flowing and like comforting. And I feel like this person, see the way that she's looking at him? It's just this like very beautiful, heartwarming kind of energy. I feel like they really want to tell you how special that was. Because for you, it was a very selfless act to be doing what you were doing, to have the courage and strength to just continuously give when you're not receiving, because you knew it had a greater good. It was for the greater good. It was for a higher purpose. It was to help this person. It was to get them to see their way out of the darkness, is what I'm getting the most, right? It's like you were like a guiding light. Like I'm seeing a tunnel and like the like little tiny brightness at the end, but as you get closer, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I feel like that's how this person thought of it. I feel like when they were in this darker energy and you were sending out positivity and encouragement in the ways that you were, I feel like you were the light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like the more that they were able to release this energy and really allow your energy to pull them forward, then the bigger the light got, you know what I mean? And now they're at the end of the tunnel, and now they're coming out of the tunnel and they're into this beautiful energy for themselves. And I feel like this is them. I feel like they are in this energy here. Like it's almost like, oh, I finally made it. I'm at the end of the tunnel. Look how bright it is. Look how beautiful it is, right? I feel like that's the energy that they're in now. And I feel like they're so grateful and they just want to tell you, I feel like they want to give you a hug, like for sure. Like I'm seeing two people hug and do that little like squeeze shake thing. I feel like they're really just, I don't even know how to put it into words because it's a very overwhelming feeling that I'm getting, but it's like, they're incredibly in love with you for one, and they're incredibly grateful because you were the guide out of this really dark place that they were in, and now they're in the light, and it's almost like they can't find the words. Like, what do I say? How do I express with this Eight of Wands? Like, how do I express to this person what they've meant to me? Because there's like so much they want to say, and it feels so important that it be said in the right way, that they don't want it to sound like thank you. You know what I mean? They want it to have the weight that it should have because of how important it was to them that you did that. They don't want to just say thank you and allow it to be just kind of like a passing thing. Like, I feel like they want you to know how deeply grateful they are, but I feel like they're at a loss for words for it. But I do feel like they're trying. I don't feel like that's stopping them or anything like that. I feel like they're just a little bit overwhelmed in how to say it, because they want you to know how important that was to them, that you were constantly putting out positive energy. Oh my gosh. Can I get some more? Anything else? Page of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Magician. Yeah, see, oh my gosh, it's like I'm getting like really emotional all of a sudden. Like, I feel like I want to start crying because I feel like they're just so overwhelmed by I heard your generosity, right? Because like you weren't getting anything in return, I feel like. Not even energetically. Maybe you felt this person's energy a little bit here and there, that they were grateful. I feel like, you guys have that energetic connection. That's why they were able to feel your energy. But I feel like for the most part, they were still in pretty dark energy, so their vibration was lower. So if maybe now and then you felt something from them, it wasn't a consistent thing, and I don't feel like you had very much clarity. So I feel like that's what they want to come forward and do, is bring you clarity on the situation, let you know how incredibly magical they see what you did for them was. You know what I mean? In the Magician energy, I feel like that's how they see you. I feel like they see you as this magician, able to just be so selfless and caring and loving and thoughtful and strong, because you weren't receiving, you were giving, because you knew that it was helpful and you didn't expect anything in return. You were just trying to help this person, and they know it. And oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Yeah, they just want to come forward and bring you the truth of the situation. They want you to know how important and how special that you are to them. Yeah, and how grateful that they are for your willingness to send them this beautiful energy. So let's get some oracles before I start crying. Okay. Get one. Let's see. Blessings and curses, psychic, self-love, and beauty. Do not be ashamed, not of your thorns or of your flowers. So I feel like this is the energy with blessings and curses. I feel like that is how they kind of internalized this situation of you sending them energy. On the one hand, it was an incredibly beautiful blessing because they felt your energy. They knew you were trying to help them. They knew that it was coming from a place of love, but it was also feeling a little bit like a curse because they knew they weren't ready to come forward and say anything to you, right? So it's like they felt a little bit guilty, I feel like, because they were accepting your positive energy. It was helping them. So I feel like they felt a little bit guilty that they were accepting without giving. But I don't feel like you knew what you were doing. You knew that you were trying to help them. I feel like they've come into the realization that that you don't hold that against them, that they weren't ready. You were trying to help them. It was a process. So I feel like they're kind of in this dual energy of like knowing it was a beautiful blessing that you were doing this for them, but also feeling like it was a little bit of a curse because they weren't ready to come forward to talk to you. But I feel like they are now. I feel like with this Ace of Swords and Page of Wands, they are ready. They want to tell you everything. They're just trying to find the right words to say it. So I hope that brought you some clarity. I hope that resonated for you. Please like, subscribe, or comment below. I would love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.